I just didn't think it was. I just didn't think it was very funny. I was embarrassed. I was a little embarrassed. I couldn't even laugh. The buildup was funny, and then I couldn't. I needed to take a second. Anyway. Yeah, that was icky to me. To me, that grossed me out. Anyway, so that's that. I haven't been to the dentist in a long time, really long time. Although I saw my dentist at the Vermont show from when I was 7, and he came came to see the show, and I haven't seen him since I was 7. So you can imagine how surprised he'd be at the amount of teeth I have now and how they've grown. Oh, how they've grown, But he came up to me. And he said, good show. Great teeth. I said, thank you. Thank you, my dentist. And it was my friend's dad. So I said, thank you. And then I was asking him this. I said, look, let's talk floss for a second. The floss sticks or the floss analog, is there a difference, and is one better than the other? Because I could see a dentist having an opinion on that. And he said, they're both great. Both are great to floss. But he said analog floss is usually better, not for any specific reason, but because you can spurl it and then get in. He said you have a better reach. So that's something to think about. Just keep that in mind. But he had that opinion on floss. Yeah. Yeah, I got to get a new windshield. I've talked about this before, but I've got to get a new windshield, and they called me. I can't get a new one until... Here's the thing. I want to get a library card, okay? I want to get a library card. Here's what's between me and the library card. They're going to pay you $18,000 for your wisdom teeth? Huge check. Get the check. So I'm putting 2x4s in the car. I got to close my windshield. Also, my car fucking is so dirty, and it's perma-dirty. It won't get undirty. Like the windshield, I've washed it. I've done everything to it. I've scrubbed it like crazy. I've Windexed it. Can't get the windshield clean. So at nighttime when I'm driving, as I do sometimes, as I do that. At the nighttime when I'm driving, and the cars come on to me. They come on to me. The car came on to me, The car came on to me. The cars come on to me, and I can't see anything. Because they have lights, and then all of a sudden, I can't see anything. I have the sniffles. Not the sniffles, just the one nostril. Anyway, so I can't see anything out of the windshield. Anyway, so I'm like, oh, fuck, I'll have to, buy a product to get the windshield cleaned. There's no vapor residue on the inside of my windshield. Thank you very much. I have to buy a product to get the windshield cleaned. Never had to happen, because I was putting 2x4s in, and I cracked the windshield so big. I went on Safelite, and I said, I would like to get a new windshield. They said, great. That's great to hear. That's our business. So I went to the right place. They said, is the crack bigger than 6 inches? They said, is your crack bigger than 6 inches? And I said, I was looking at it. 2x4 crack. It's like half the windshield. It's a massive crack. I'll post a picture on Grid. Anyway, crack is fucking huge. So I'm like, yes. Yes, it is. And they're like, okay, great. Do you want to put it through insurance? I said, I would love to. I just got car insurance. I didn't have it for forever. So I go to put it through insurance. I bought the cheapest insurance because I thought it's funny. But it's fun. It's like a stick it to the man thing. I'm like, no. I'm going to buy the cheapest insurance, and I'm going to be on the road for free. $86. $86 for car insurance. Geico. You would not believe You would not fucking believe what 15 minutes. No, like truly. I'll tell you what, it took 15 minutes and it did save me 15% or more. Yeah, anyway, no, but it's not important. Anyway, I want to get a library card. My car's unregistered now. So I'm driving an unregistered car, can't see out of the windshield. My front headlight is out and my back tail light's out. I'm a pirate on the road, man. I'm lawless. Unregistered car. I say all this to get this. I have to get the windshield repaired. Then I have to get the car registered. To get the car registered, I have to be a California resident. So I have to get my ID, my car registered. After my windshield gets fixed, the windshield doesn't get here until the 18th. Only then, only upon then, can I get the library card. Because all you have to do is just prove you're a California resident. All you have to do is flash the ID. I got all these steps between me and a library card. So I can't rip any fucking music. I can't pirate any music until then. Go on Wattpad. That doesn't seem to apply to my story that I was telling. Do you just need mail? Maybe I won't get the car registered. Maybe I'll just go unregistered for the rest of my life. The pirating website only has certain stuff. Like they'll have samples, so they'll have 30 seconds of a song, or they'll have the full song. But very rarely do they have the full song. So I got like some Nirvana albums, I got some Beatles albums, I got all of Pet Sounds by the Beach Boys, but I did not get everything. Because you go to the library and you check out CDs, and then you take the music off the CDs and put it onto an MP3 player. On top of this, I've decided I'm going to build up the largest cache of MP3 files on a Dropbox folder in the indie genre of all time. I'm going to be the gatekeeper to the MP3 files of alternative music. I'm going to build up the cache, and then I'm going to post it online. And when they take it down, I'm going to post it again. And if they take it down after that, you won't believe what I'm going to do. I'm going to post it again. And I'm going to post it again. And so that's that. Here's my thing. I do have Spotify. But I was thinking about this. I've been thinking a lot lately. It's an interesting thing to think. But the greatest music of all time, right? Think of everyone up until Spotify. Think of every artist of all time. Okay? They had access to such limited music. I was thinking back to like when you were becoming, right? Like access to music, I think you get overstimulated by the amount. So if you only have a certain amount, it kind of broadens your horizon for creation because you can't pull from everything. So you pull from random stuff. I listen to the radio now. And anyway, it's just a thing. So I'm thinking if I limit musical intake, still listen to music, listen to great music. You can't. Spotify, I think, kills creativity. I love Spotify, but it's an interesting thought, isn't it? So I listen to 88.5, the SoCal Sound. Pretty good. Sometimes bad. Last, 2 nights ago, when it gets late night, they had, a marimba performance. I don't want to hear that. If it's late night, I do not want to listen to a marimba performance. It was 30 minutes. Dong, 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 dong. I'll listen to that. Or there's a jazz station. I don't know what number that is. And then there's I think the nation's largest classical station is also in SoCal. So that stands for Southern California, Los Angeles, California. The Peak, I'll listen to that. 100.3. Okay. I've heard of Kiss FM. I did not stay the whole 30 minutes, but I turned it off. And then I turned it back on and it was still on. So. Oh my God. Oh my fucking knee. You have Hale? I love Hale. I had a friend in middle school named Hale. He was my first sleepover. Yes. No. Hale was the first time I think I stayed up all night. My first sleepover was my friend Kalen. He moved to Colorado. We don't talk anymore. hit my friend. He was a good guy. We made these bow and arrows. We used to like play in the woods outside of 5th and 6th grade. We'd play in the woods. And we made like bow and arrows, and we would play with sticks and hit each other with them. And I made this really cool bow and arrow. I don't know. And Kalen did not hit Hale. But I made this bow and arrow. And then Kalen convinced me. He was like, the Vikings. I don't even think did the Vikings use bow and arrows? Maybe. But he's like, the Vikings, whenever they had a really good bow and arrow, would throw it in the water as an honor to the bow and arrow. So I had this really cool thing, and I loved it. And then I was like, no, I'm going to do the Viking thing. And so I threw it in the fucking pond. I threw it in the pond. And then I never got it. Like, that was it. But, yeah. Anyway, it was fun, though. One day I was biking to school. You mind if I just keep yapping for a second? One day I was biking to school. And it was like 6th grade. No, I was biking to Bush. Bush. I was biking to maybe 4th grade, and I was on the bridge over the pond where I had thrown my bow a couple years later. I was on the bridge. I was like, "Ooh, it smells like fish." I looked around. There were like 1,000. I swear, I'm not even hyperbolating. There were 1,000 dead fish floating in the water. There were 1,000 of them. 1,000. And they were all the same fish. Whatever that fish was, like a carp. Is that in fresh water? Is that in a pond? There was 1,000 fucking fish. And they were all dead. They were all dead. Anyway. So that's that. Yeah. Sometimes the Nalgene splashes me. Did you ever hear about the Johnsontown flood? Did you ever hear about this? There was an earth dam, as they called it, which was just dirt, and they were making concrete dams, but it was one of the last earth dams. Oh, the water gets too warm. That's so sad. Well, they all died. It was horrific. It was terrible. But the Johnsontown flood. I don't know if all this story is right, but I think it was in Pennsylvania, and it was this dam, and it made it look from the town below, that was below the dam, because there was a lake kept up by the dam, and so boats would sail up on the lake above the town, and so they used to, like, they had, like, postcards of the boats above the town, and then, like, floated in the clouds, essentially, so it was this cool thing. Anyway, there's a fishing club. I listened to this audiobook when I was in high school. There's a fishing club at the top of the dam, and these fucking, like, Wall Street yups would go up to the fishing club, and put illegal fish in the water and fish it. It was like this whole thing, and you'd have to pay to join the club. So, this guy named Henry Frick was part of the fishing club, and he wanted to widen the dam's bridge so that his carriage could get through. He bought this brand new carriage, and he wanted to get his carriage, right? And they said, "We can't do that, Mr. Frick. We can't do that." He said, "That sucks. I'm Henry Frick. You're going to do what I say." And boy, did they listen. So they widened the dam a little bit, and it structurally wasn't unsound. Unsound. Speed of the sound. And a big rain came, and it knocked the dam down because of Henry Frick's carriage. And the flood rained down. It broke through the dam, and it, like, there was farms on the hill with a bunch of barbed wire, and it picked up all the barbed wire, and it picked up all this fucking, like, tar and oil, and it lit on fire. And so the dam comes down, and it has all this water, and the people in Johnsontown spoke of, like, this big black cloud. Everyone who was on the ground was like, there was a large, evil black cloud. Kind of creepy. And it comes down with all this barbed wire. It just started ripping people up. And there was this fire water coming down from the dam. And I think it killed let's see, it killed a lot of people. But I believe that's where like frick comes from. I think when people say what the frick, they used to be like damn frick, not because it's closeness to the word fuck. Johnstown flood. How many people? 1889 occurred on Friday, May 31st, 1889. Number of deaths, 2,200. 2,200 people. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's like Pearl Harbor. That's Pearl Harbor. Isn't that interesting? Pearl Harbor is 2,400. Johnsontown was 2,200. Something to think about. Anyway, I just thought of that. So, that's cool. Not cool. Terribly sad, but... Cuyahoga. Let's see. Remember the Triangle Shirtwaistcoat Factory fire? Oof. Blaze only lasted 30 minutes in the Cuyahoga. Cuyahoga? Wow. I'm looking at a very large ad for the Smithsonian magazine right now. So, surprised no one worked on the Cuyahoga and oil slick on the river caught fire. 30 minutes, it caused about $50,000 in damage. Okay. National Geographic featured the river in the December 1970 cover story, Our Ecological Crisis, but managed to get the date of the fire wrong. Congress established the Environmental Protection Agency, EPA. You remember that? Do you remember EPA from the Simpsons movie? EPA! EPA! The fire took on mythic status, and errors of fact became unimportant to the story's obvious meaning. Clearly, this transformative fire must have been massive. The nation must have seen flames and been appropriately moved. Neither is true. The Civil War turned Cleveland into a manufacturing city almost overnight. Cuyahoga River, just south of the city's downtown area, snaking for... I'm not... I'm missing a lot here. You were there in 1882? Oh, in 1868, 1883, 1887, 1912, 1922, 1936, 1941, 1948, and 1952, the river caught fire. This is a very based article. They're like, that's bullshit. The article's like, fuck you. Well, that's very interesting. Yeah, it's over the years, the river transformed from a dump site to a place for recreation. How nice. Yay. Yay. Great Chicago Fire of 1871 was a conflagration, which means is a large fire. Okay. That burned in the American city of Chicago, our great American city of Chicago, during October 8th through the 10th in 1871. I remember it because I was there. The fire killed approximately 300 people. The image for this on Wikipedia is actually insane. Destroyed roughly 3.3 square miles, that's 9 kilometers squared, kilometers squared, of the city, including over 17,000 structures, and left more than 100,000 residents homeless. The fire began in a neighborhood southwest of the city center. A long period of hot, dry, or windy conditions in the... Blah, 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 blah. Fire said to start around 8:30 p.m. on October 8th. which is that John Prine's birthday? No. It's Bruno Mars. When's John Prine's? 10th? October 10th. That was close. How many people... How many people died in the Great Chicago Fire? I'm tired. $300. Oh, we already learned that. John Prine had a brother? Huh. I know the Fire of Alexandria. Was that... Fire of Alexa? No. Alexandria. Fire of Alexa. Yeah, wasn't it? It was Nero. Right? Oh, no. Diocletian. Diocletian? I'm done. I'm done reading about natural disasters. Let's see. 1 hour. I'm working. Oh. So yeah. Yeah, tornadoes suck. Tornadoes suck. I love the Titanic. That was my obsession. That was my obsession. Na, na, na. Oh, Chernobyl. So terrible. Actually, so sad. But cool story. Yeah, no, I was into that. I was fucking with it. Chernobyl. I had this teacher in 9th grade. I was really into reading. Then that year, like, you know when your friend's dad found the Titanic? Does he know that he's probably like Richard or something? I was into reading freshman year. I had this teacher. He hated me, but I would always finish the work and then read. Man, I kind of got into a fight with him. I got into a scuffle, but I was like, I don't know. He yelled at me for reading, but I remember learning about Chernobyl. Anyway. But he was like, I was like, I'm done with my map. He's like, all right, well, don't read. I need to draw these maps. He's like, all right, well, don't read. Do something else. It's like, I don't have anything else to do. He's like, don't read. I said, look, man, what do you mean don't read? You have a picture of Stephen Hawking with flames coming out saying read for a better life all around the school. It's true. They did. I'm not even just saying that. They did. Don't read. Anyway, but that was the day we were learning about Chernobyl. I remember it. So, yeah. I'm reading this. Pretty cool. It's like, you know what? It's actually really good. I found that I like, it's called, it's black humor, or dark humor, I think it's called now. But Kurt Vonnegut is always, they always call it, it's like, although I think in literature, actually, it's called black humor. But this is also described as that. I think I just fuck with that. Finally, her niece came in. She was very late. Christ almighty, what a rear end. Oh shit! I'm sorry. I thought he was being mean. I'm sorry. That was. I thought he was. No, he's actually. It's objective. I didn't mean that. I'm sorry. No, I was trying to make it wrong. I'm sorry. But it's like aggressively angry. It reminds me of Catcher in the Rye. I guess they think I don't take my work seriously. To hell with what they think. I think I drink their health again. The consultation is absolutely free. Gratis, for nothing. The mother brings up. Then I go downstairs. On the sidewalk, there's a little dog with a limp. He follows me without a moment's hesitation. Everything attaches itself to me today. It's a little fox terrier, black and white. It seems to be lost. Those unemployed punks upstairs. What ingratitude. They don't even see me to the door. I bet they're fighting again. I can hear them yelling. He can... Okay. A lot of this is aggressively. I haven't finished doing yet. I stopped on Mount Deep. Oh, this was sad. Wait, this was actually... The dispensary was shut up tight when we got there. We'll feed the little mutt. I said to Madame Hortense, somebody will have to get some meat. We'll call it first thing in the morning. The SPCA will send a car for him. We'd better lock him up for tonight. This is about a dog that he was bringing home. Then I went out again, easy in my mind. But the dog was too scared. He'd been beaten too much. Life is hard in the streets. When we opened the window, next day he wouldn't wait. He jumped out. He was even afraid of us. He thought we'd locked him up to punish him. He couldn't understand. He didn't trust anybody anymore. It's bad when that happens. But that's how the paragraph ends. On it's bad when that happens. It rivals. It's like poetry a little bit, you know. Aggressively. Anyway, death on the installment plan. I'm really fucking with it. Really dark, but really good. So that'll go in my Timbuktu. Remember when we read the yellow wallpaper? I think about that often. All right, well. I guess that's it. I guess I missed you. Remember that scene from The Office? I used to watch The Office on my phone and eat a gallon of goldfish. Man, I love goldfish out the gallon. So good. I had a a Motorola phone because I didn't have an iPhone when I was first having a phone. Because I was weird. I'm not like other person. I haven't had the salt and vinegar goldfish. Sounds good. You have pretty healthy teeth. That's a good thing to hear at the dentist. Can you clip that one too, just so that people know that I can be less cringe sometimes? Or no? Maybe. I don't know. Or no? Alright. I'm going to get off. Oh, I didn't eat dinner. Oh. I'm sorry. One last thing. You know what sucks about fucking LA? Everything closes here at like 10. So now it's almost 11. I didn't eat dinner. I have no food. Where am I to go? Where am I to go? I'm going to get hangry. I'm going to get hangry, and I'm going to punch a hole through the wall. I'm going to yell, "Wah!" And then I'm going to go like this. God damn it. God damn it. And then I'm going to sit down at drums. I'm going to take a deep breath. I'm going to play Eruption by Van Halen. Which will be cool in a lot of ways. I can't. I don't know if I'm vegetarian. No point. That's true. I can just eat an orange. I put one in the fridge the other day. Should be good now. All right, guys. I'm going to get off because I'm about to fall asleep. So, peace and love. Remember the good times. Don't forget where you came from. Get home safe. And God bless you. I'll see you all tomorrow. God bless us, everyone. God bless us. God bless us. Dude. Shut up, Tim. Right? I'm sorry, Tim. I'm sorry. The Christmas Carol. All right. Good night, everybody. Sleep tight. Don't fucking let the bed bugs bite. I'm so serious about that. And I'm serious about that. And I stand on business on it. God bless us. All right. Good night, guys.